What's up, guys, and welcome to the first official Solocast for WholesomeGamer. If you heard the Solocast last week, forget about it. That was Solocast number 0, and 0 is an imaginary number. I'm your host, G. I am actually the founder and editor and owner and the only guy currently on WholesomeGamer.com, so I am the one that you'll be hearing most of the time on these Solocasts. And welcome to Solocast number 1. I am actually a little prepared this time. I have a little pad here, paper, pen. I wrote down the stuff I'm going to talk about. So if you were with me last week on the imaginary episode that did not exist, I'm a little more prepared than that time. If you're joining me for the first time around, I hope you stick around, and thank you for listening. So, a little bit about me. If you are joining me for the first time, I'm G. I've written on a couple of other websites for video games. I'm doing my own little thing right now on WholesomeGamer.com, and this is a family-friendly site. I try to keep it family-friendly for family-friendly games, and that's what Wholesome Gamer is. So, what can you expect from Wholesome Gamer and the Solocast? Well, especially the Solocast. The Solocast is pretty much just me, myself, and I, with my thoughts on a microphone. My thoughts on microphone recorded so that you can hear them. And there's not much more to it than that. I'm pretty much just talking about video games, geek life, all that good stuff. So I really hope you listen, enjoy all that good stuff with Solocast. And I will be listening to your listener feedback. So if you have any thoughts, make sure you write it in the comments so I can read them up and adjust my show if I need to. So, Solocast number 1. It's not a big show. I like to keep things pretty small. I don't want you to hear my annoying voice for so long. So, basically, this one, I don't have that much to talk about. What I do have to talk about is something that really annoyed me today, something that really bothered me, something that got under my skin. And that something is Nintendo. Nintendo! Yes, Nintendo. And if you look at WholesomeGamer.com, you're going to see a lot of Nintendo games on here. You're going to see stuff about Nintendo hardware. And I love Nintendo. We all grew up with Nintendo. And Nintendo is awesome. And Nintendo has a lot of family-friendly games. So why are they under my skin? Well, stay tuned, because I'll talk about that later. Currently, I could talk about other stuff, like, what can I expect from Wholesome Gamer? Well, the site is slowly progressing. It's slowly evolving. It's brand new, so not that many changes have happened since I launched. But, I'm still working on things. I still have a couple of projects that I'm working on. Some video features, some podcasts, in addition to the Solocast. If you were listening in last time on Solocast, you would have heard me talking about a podcast where I'm actually trying to get a group of my peers together to talk about video games. I almost had it up and running, but scheduling made things kind of fall through. We are all on tough schedules around here, so it's a little difficult to coordinate and come through with a podcast that we can all just sit down and talk at least once a month, But hopefully that comes through. Hopefully I can get that straightened out. And hey, if any of you guys would love to talk about video games, family-friendly video games, feel free to send me a message in, our comment section, our contact us section, so I can, maybe bring you on the show and, we can chat about games, because that's what I'm here for. What else am I doing? Well, I'm also working on video features. I don't want to give away too much, but I guess I can talk about two of them that I'm pretty excited, especially for one. And I'm calling that feature Get This Game. And you will see it going up on a Wholesome Gamer eventually. Basically, it's what it sounds like. It's me telling you to get a video game. And I will feature different video games on each video. And it's games that I think that you should really play. Simple as that. I'll have a little synopsis about the game. I'll have some clips about the game. I'll probably throw the case in your face if I can. But that's what this game is about. And I'm also thinking about doing a couple of other things. I'm thinking about doing a video diary of sorts, a video blog, if you will, of Rocksmith. So I did get Rocksmith. And if you're not familiar with Rocksmith, Rocksmith is a video game for guitars, real guitars. So no Rock Band, no Guitar Hero. This one uses real guitars. And it's actually supposed to be really good. It's a game for people who would like to learn how to play guitars. And, I've talked to a lot of musicians. I read a lot of reviews. And Rocksmith seems to be the real deal. So I personally would love to learn how to play guitar. So I got Rocksmith. And I'm thinking about recording my progress over this, I believe it's 60-day period that Rocksmith is supposed to help you learn. So about 2 months. And we'll see how it works. Of course, it's not going to be full sessions that I'm going to be showing you. I'll probably edit the videos up a little bit here and there. But I think even if you don't want to watch me playing Rocksmith, I personally just want to record these moments from start to finish to see my progress and see how far I've come along with that program there. So I think it'll be pretty cool. And if you want to see it, I'm going to come out with that eventually, and I hope you will enjoy it. Other than that, let's see. Video games that I've been playing. Actually, I've been pretty busy. I've been busy with work and managing the site and a couple of other secret projects that I'm working on. So I haven't had that much time to play video games. I gotta change that. I know, guys. I gotta get my life back on track. No, but really, I hope to start getting back into playing some more games instead of just writing about it or talking about it. The point is to play some games. So hopefully I'm gonna have some free time, arrange my schedules in a way that I can actually play some games, and that'll be pretty cool. But I guess the most recent ones I've been really playing are Little Big Planet 3 and Forza Horizon 2. Both great games. And, well, that's what I've been kind of playing. I guess this is the most recent stuff. But other than that, yeah, not too much has been going on my side. Except for Nintendo and their announcements. So yes, folks, I am getting to that point right now. Nintendo. So if you were around online on January 14th, 2015, on January 14th, 2015, that is the day that Nintendo officially announced the new 3DS XL for North America. And the new 3DS XL launches on February 13th. In less than a month, it's actually coming out in the States. It was already announced for Europe, and Japan has already received it. But Nintendo finally announced it for North America, and it's pretty awesome. I gotta say, the new system has a bunch of new features. It has some face tracking for 3D. So, on the original 3DS and the original 3DS XL, if you turn the screen, if you have the slider up for the 3D and you turn the screen slightly to the left or to the right, or if you move your head a little bit, the 3D image becomes all discombobulated and blurry. So the new 3DS is supposed to take care of that so that you can kind of see it from any angle. And that's pretty cool for people who like 3D. Personally, I keep the 3D slider off, but I might actually keep it on depending on how well this really works. That's to say, if I get the new 3DS XL, because remember, Nintendo really got under my skin this time, and I'll tell you why. But let me continue with the features. The new Nintendo 3DS XL also has a couple of new buttons. It has kind of trigger buttons, I guess you could say, on the back, shoulder buttons. So instead of just the regular L and R, like you would find on the regular 3DS or DS, now it added 2 more buttons, kind of like you would find on an actual controller for a home console. They have the ZL and the ZR buttons to give you a few more options, and that'll be pretty cool to see how it is incorporated in a couple of games. So you have 4 shoulder buttons instead of 2 now, to make it a little more like actual controller. Another feature that was added to the new 3DS that makes it a little more like an actual controller is the little C-stick that they're bringing in. And the C-stick is basically like an analog stick on your controller to control the camera in game. For a lot of the 3DS games, either you would have to use the touchpad to control the camera, or you would have to use one of the shoulder buttons. So this new C-stick is hoping to alleviate that with some of the newer games, in combination with the circle pad that is already on the 3DS. So those are a couple of the other new features. Another new feature is the built-in amiibo support. So it has built-in NFC features. So all those new popular amiibo figures will be able to work on the new 3DS right out of the box, I'm assuming. For you guys who are going crazy over those figures, I guess that's a welcome thing. It's a little more powerful. It actually is supposed to have a faster processor, so that games load faster. If you download, if you're in the eShop, you're supposed to be able to download games faster. What else is new? There's supposed to be easy data sharing, whatever that means. Better web browsing. There's supposed to be a better camera. There's a couple of new features with the new 3DS XL. And now I'm getting to the point where I am actually annoyed. If you notice, I've said several times the new 3DS XL, because that is what Nintendo is localizing to North America, the XL. Now, I personally have a 3DS XL, and I actually prefer it over the regular 3DS. But out of principle, this little thing is irksome. Nintendo is only localizing the new 3DS XL. They are not localizing the standard new 3DS. So, for people who like the smaller smaller handheld, or for children who maybe can't handle the XL as well, this is a little unfortunate. I personally don't know why Nintendo decided on this. Maybe it was that the 3DS XL received greater sales than just a standard 3DS over the States, which is completely possible. I actually believe that might be the reason. Because anywhere you went, that was basically all that you saw being sold, the XL. But I think options are always good. And, if these other countries are getting the standard in addition to the XL, I really think it would have been a good idea to localize both here in the US as well. Another feature that really, really kind of, well, not even a feature, one of these decisions that they decided to go with was that they are not including the charger, the AC adapter, in the box. Think about that for a moment. They are not. Nintendo of America decided they are no longer going to offer a charger inside the box with your new handheld. So if you want to use your handheld, because you'll need to charge it, you'll need to keep it charged, you're going to have to buy a charger separately. And those things run about $15, $20, let's say, brand new. It's the same charger that you use with the 3DS, but, why not include it? You've included it in every other system, so why are you taking it out now? It just doesn't make sense to me why you would take out the charger from a system that needs it. And so far, I've been hearing some people reasoning that, most people who would get the new 3DS XL are people who are upgrading, people who already have a 3DS. So they're just gonna, use the charger that they already have, or that you could buy one separately. I don't care about that. You know what? It should come with a charger. We all have cell phones now, and when we upgrade cell phones, the new phones come with chargers. It's just common sense. Everything that needs a charger, everything that needs an AC adapter comes with it. It's not an optional accessory. It's something that you need for the machine to function. So it really kind of bothers me that Nintendo decided to take this out. Someone said that they've actually been doing this in Japan and other regions like Europe for quite a while. And I didn't know this. I'm a little surprised, frankly, especially in Japan, because people buy 3DSs like crazy in Japan, and they buy the new 3DS like crazy in Japan. And I guess it is true that a lot of those people who keep buying the 3DS are people who already own it, people who probably just want special editions, because a lot of those do come out in Japan. But just the principle behind it, it should have a charger. And for that reason, for it not having the charger, and Nintendo wanting me to spend $20 more on something that is probably cost them $5 to make, and that they could put in the box without it being a loss to them, it really bothers me. And it's something that I don't see myself purchasing a new Nintendo 3DS XL until Nintendo kind of reverses that and says, hey, we understand that you guys actually need a charger to use this. Let us put it back in the box like we used to. So that's one of the things that kind of irked me about this announcement today with Nintendo. I mean, they had a lot of great announcements today. They actually had the announcement of the release date for Mario Party 10 for the Wii U, which I am excited about. They had a couple of other announcements, but with this Nintendo Direct that they had today. But the main thing that just really bothered me was the fact that this 3DS did not come with a charger. It did not come with a charger. And, one of the things I think about is a lot of people go to stores like GameStop and whatnot, and they trade in their older system to upgrade to the new one. And GameStop policy and Best Buy policy and all these other places that, trade in these or take in these handhelds to trade in or to give you cash or to give you store credit, they require that you trade in the AC adapter with it. So people who are going to buy the new 3DS and maybe they want a little extra money to go towards it, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be kind of caught off guard, thinking that they are going to get a charger in the box, but when they get home, they're ready to play, it's not going to be in there. And I see this happening to a lot of parents, especially. What I see happening eventually down the road is what already happened in Japan. Nintendo is likely going to discontinue the regular 3DS, and it's just going to be the new Nintendo 3DS XL that is sold here in North America. So any parents, anybody, any of your regular consumer who is considering buying a new Nintendo 3DS may just go to the store, see it there, and be like, hey, cool, let me grab it up. Let me grab a game. Let me go. And then they get home, they pull everything out of the box, and they see that there is no charger. And that's going to be, I see that happening a lot, because not everybody is as informed as maybe you and I are, listeners or avid gamers, people who peruse the web and stay on sites like NeoGAF or, all these other IGN. There's most of the consumers don't know about this stuff. They do not know. I used to work at GameStop, and I've worked in other retail with video games, and I would say a very high percentage of the individuals who come in to play video or buy video games just do not have the knowledge about them. They don't know what their system can do. They don't know what they need for the system. A lot of them are just buying it for somebody else. A lot of them are buying it for their children. But even if they're buying it for themselves, they aren't quite as educated. And Nintendo is kind of shooting themselves in the foot with this one, because there's going to be a lot of angry customers and a lot of confused customers too. So one of the things that Nintendo has been doing is naming things with terrible names. The official name of the new Nintendo 3DS XL is the new Nintendo 3DS XL. That's the official name. And it is going to confuse the heck out of people. People aren't going to know what's different between this 3DS and the old 3DS, and why is it called the new Nintendo 3DS XL? What's the difference? Can my old 3DS games work on the new 3DS XL? Can the new 3DS XL games work on my original 3DS? And the back and forth and the back and forth. We're going to see a similar situation like what happened with the 2DS. So many people had no idea how the 2DS worked or what the 2DS was. And I expect the same thing to happen with the new 3DS. And it's kind of like what happened with the Wii U. So many people thought it was just a peripheral for the original Wii. Just a tablet controller for the original Wii. A lot of people still think it's just the original Wii because of the name and poor marketing and poor a poor system to educate the consumers. So Nintendo is really going to cause themselves a headache and consumers a headache with this one. I can see it already. But that's one of the things that's really kind of irked me about this new Nintendo 3DS XL. Got it out of my system. I feel better now. So yeah, that was kind of one of the things that was bothering me today. This new Nintendo 3DS XL announcement. It's really not that. It's not that different from the regular 3DS. Yeah, it has a few better features, but all in all, I'm okay with my regular 3DS XL. I'm okay with it. I am okay with it, and I don't see the need to upgrade to the new 3DS XL. In fact, I do not want to upgrade to the new 3DS XL because it doesn't have the charger, because it doesn't have a region-free capabilities still. I mean, Nintendo as a company, they're great. They make awesome games, but as a company, some of their business decisions are just really, really not very wise. And I don't know who's making them. I'm no business major, but I mean, it's kind of common sense, I would say. Anyway, those were just my thoughts on Nintendo and the new Nintendo 3DS XL. What are your thoughts about the new Nintendo 3DS XL? I would like you to tell me, and I would like you to put it in the comments below. Are you interested in getting it? How do you feel about it not having the charger with it? I mean, I'm speechless because I don't see the logic behind that. Yeah, they say it's to save the consumer money. They say it's to save themselves money. But in the long run, I don't see that, because they're going to have to buy the charger anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I just have to pause to think about that and pause to think about how illogical it is. But anyway, yeah. So I guess that's enough of the new Nintendo 3DS XL. But yeah, those were my thoughts about it a little bit. Other than that, today's been a wonderful day. Not really. I got yelled at by some of my some of my customers. Not even my customers at work today. I'm always the one taking care of other people's issues at work. So, yeah. Maybe I was taking my frustrations out on Nintendo a little bit. Sorry, Nintendo. But still, fix your stuff. Fix that 3DS XL. That new Nintendo 3DS XL. That's such a terrible name. Well, guys, this has been Solocast number 1. I'm going to cut it short today because my brain hurts from this new Nintendo 3DS XL, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So, thank you for joining me again. This was just a short Solocast, and that's kind of how I'm going to keep them. Just a couple of my thoughts for the week, for the day, for whenever I decide to make a Solocast. And I don't want to keep you too long, so that's what Solocasts are. When I have my podcast, you'll have a little more engagement from me and other people who are on the podcast. For now, the Solocast will just be short thoughts. Me venting a little bit. Me getting excited a little bit. Geeking out a little bit. But yeah, that's Solocast number 1 for you. If you have any comments about the show, if you would like to see me talk about anything on the show, if you would like me to feature anything on the show, make sure you send it to me in our Contact Us section, or you can just leave it in the comments below this post. And hey, I'll make sure to read it. I'll make sure to take your comments and feedback into consideration so I can make this show as best as possible. It's a one-man show. I'm doing my best. But, I can only do so much. So, once again, guys, thank you for joining me on Solocast number 1, the official Solocast. Number 2 will definitely be better because I won't be mad at Nintendo. I hope they don't have any more announcements to make me mad at them. And I hope everybody else in gaming is having a great time. Make sure to tell us what you're playing in the comments below. And, have a great week, guys. Thank you for joining me. Later.